Hello everybody, this is Jessica with Stamp a Blessing. During 2019, I will be leading a birthday club where everybody is welcome, everybody is invited. Today I want to share a fun fold, very easy to make, that I think you're going to be inspired. And it was inspired by the sketch that I showed on my last video, so check that one out. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Hope you like this video. To start, we're going to cut a piece of cardstock that is 5.5 by 4 1/4, the usual size that I cut my cardstock for regular cards. I will also cut a strip that is 1 inch by 5.5, and at some point we will be adding this to the side, as you can see. Before we do that, I want to bring my Simply Scored, and we are going to score this card base at 3 points. We are going to do, and I'll bring my little card here so you can see what I'm doing. We are going to score at 2 1/8. So we're gonna go right here, 2 1/8. We will score at 4 1/4, and we will also score at 6 3/8. So 1, 2, 3, right there. Okay. After you scored, you can go ahead and fold all your creases right there. And I'm going to tell you what else you will need for this card. You will be needing 4 pieces of cardstock, same size each, at 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. 4 of those. In this case, I'm using Whisper White. You will also need some designer series paper. And in this case, I am using the fabulous Happiness Blooms designer series paper from Stampin' Up, and I cut 3 pieces this time. Is 5 inches by 1 5/8 right here. Okay, we will start by adhering all of these ones together, and we will have 1 extra piece that we will be using for our journaling, or for the for what you're going to write to the recipient of your card. So I will bring my adhesive, and I will add all of this. When you have all your pieces together like this, we are going to adhere them to each of the panels. So I will be adding this too in the center. And I will certainly be adding this one on the side. Actually, I will switch this around. Doesn't really matter. Let's start adhering again. When all your panels are together, we are going to actually make our fold, which will be a corner card. If I have not even mentioned it, is a corner card. We will be able to put this card standing, which is really cool. And the way to do that is I will add some of my glue or preferred adhesive. I prefer to use a very strong adhesive because I want this to stay in place. And I will add it right there on the corner, as you see. And we'll bring it this side. So you want it to be right on the side, right there. Perfect. And this will come over here. So now I will I will add some glue. This is the way my card will end up standing for you. And I'll show you some more samples in a minute. Let's go ahead and create the centerpiece. To create our message, I will be using the Night of Navy stamping pad, the Grapefruit Grove, and Call Me Clover, which are colors that coordinate with the designer series paper we're using. I will also use from the collection, same collection or suite, the Bloom by Bloom photopolymer stamp set. And last but not least, I decided to bring a sentiment from the Stitch All Around stamp set. I will be using the Enjoy Your Special Day. This is a card with so many colors. I definitely want to send this to a special friend. And I will bring all of my stamps now. The first one will be the Grapefruit Grove ink pad with this beautiful flower that actually coordinates with the flowers on the designer series paper. But I will be stamping them in a different color right now. Grapefruit Grove. So I will come here. I will add my flower to this side. Add a tiny bit of this flower on the other side. I will bring now my Night of Navy. And I will add some Night of Navy to this. I chose this flower right here. And you'll see some more samples of this in just a little bit. Just hang on with me. Last but not least, I want to bring the Call Me Clover, which is such a bright color on this design. And I will stamp a few leaves right there, and I will also stamp a little flower. Oops. I will also stamp a little flower right here in the center, right there, and maybe right here. Okay, last but not least, we will add our sentiment, and our sentiment will be on Night of Navy. Let's see if it's well inked. There you go. Enjoy your special day. I absolutely love it. I plan to add this right here on the center of my card or the front of my card. As you see, the back will have a spot where I can write my message, but this is the focal point of my card, so I want to make it even more to come out alive, just adding more ribbon around it. And I'm using the Calypso Coral Satin ribbon. I really like how it coordinates right there. So let's see if this is enough right here. And I want to bring it just like this to the back of my message. Oops, to the back of my message. Right here. Okay. Yep, just like that. I'm going to turn my card and I'm going to add some tape behind it. For this part, I will bring a scrap piece of paper of the same one of my card base, which is the Grapefruit Grove, and I will be bringing my 1-inch circle punch. I need 2 circle punches. And what I will do with them is I will fold them right in the middle. Doesn't have to be totally perfect. You can use your scoring board if you wish. I won't. And then I will glue them to the front of my card. I'll show you here. We'll put it right here where I actually want to place this. It's gonna go right there, and I'm going to take the other one. Ooh, that's a lot of glue. And I'll put it right here. After your glue dries, I will bring my dimensionals and I will add some right here. You can add 1 or 2, you can add more as you wish. In this case, I want to give it a good amount because I have a big oval. I'll show you other samples where I'm using circles and even squares. I will then bring my sentiment and I will be adding it right here. Now when my card is positioned, it will be standing like this on anybody's desk, just like that. You see, but it goes flat that you can still mail it if you wish to mail it. I'm not adding any more embellishments to this one. The ribbon adds enough, but I could add some more if I wish, and your message can go in the back. Definitely be encouraged to stamp this before you adhere it. With the Happiness Bloom suite, I also created a couple of more ideas that you can do. I added some pretty pineapple punch ribbon on this one, and this is some of the celebration ribbon right here, also in the Grapefruit Grove. But same idea, in this case it's with circles, and I made another one with squares. In this case I was using a totally different suite with the gingham and also the piece of cake bundled, and I added a little flower in there from the Bitty Blooms punch pack. So I hope you like these ideas and you try this very different fold as a corner card, as it's called, or a corner fold card, because you are able to just stand it in front of you and see it at all times. So try it for your birthdays. I think this will be an excellent idea. Before you leave, I would like to leave you with this word from the Bible in the Psalms 18. It says, I love you, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge. I want to invite you today to take refuge in the rock of our salvation, Jesus Christ. If things are unstable, things are not falling into place in this year still, things are a little shaky, still you have a rock where you stand, a rock where you can take refuge, and that rock is Jesus. So I invite you to go hide in him, knowing that still when you're hiding, he's working in the hidden places and he will make you shine. God bless you. Thanks for being here today. Hope this video inspired you. If it did, leave me some comments below and go ahead and subscribe. I would love to know about you. Ciao, ciao.